Hi Sheila, great to meet up with you at the range and begin doing some work on your game. Hopefully you're in warmer climes now and managing to do a little bit of work on the exercises that we gave you. Obviously the key here was to try and isolate some key pieces. What we saw at the start of the session was a lady who is overswinging just a little bit too much flexing of the arms. But we discussed that later in the session. We actually didn't need to cover that because it started to tidy up by its own accord. The key issue we had was that although the weight was forward at setup and the weight continued to move forward a little bit during the downswing, we saw a couple of things going on. We saw a little bit of a strange move with the right heel where it sort of flips outside the right toe. And we saw a club head that was overtaking the hands quite dramatically on the way through. And we talked about low point control being a combination of weight control and also controlling the handle location. So if we play Charlie Wee here through to impact, the weight is forward on the way back, moving further forward on the way down. And then as we get to impact, we start to look at what happens. The player controls where the club hits the ground. We want the club to hit the ball, then the turf. And in order for us to do that properly, what we're going to have to try and achieve is a handle position that is slightly forward of the club head at impact, and the weight slightly forward of where it was at setup. And you can see here that when we do that, the right heel banks inwards on the way through. So big differences between those two positions. One of the things we talked about was what the right leg should do during the downswing and through swing. You can see it regains its flex from the top. And again, I'm just touching on this because it's something that we saw evidence of as you work things into your swing differently. So we see that the right knee regains its flex by about halfway down. Then it starts to straighten. The linear aspect of the swing's kicking in. The hips are continuing to move forward, and you can see the right foot that's banking in rather than popping up like we see here early in the session. So early in the session we've got the right heel flipping upwards and outwards, and we've got the handle back. So the drill that we use, and this is towards the end of your session, using the rapid fire drill where you line 3 or 4 balls up and just make some little swings. You're going to preset your impact position with a weight forward and a handle forward, allowing you to feel like you're maintaining this angle here between the right arm and the shaft. So I want to try and maintain that throughout the downswing like we see here, or throughout the through swing like we see here with Charlie Wee. Weight forward, handle forward were the two key thoughts during your through swing. So we've got the weight and the handle forward, and we're just going to make some little swings now where we maintain that position and isolate that impact. So you can see the much better impact position, much better through swing, club not overtaking the hands on the right heel, banking inwards rather than flipping upwards and outwards. So the isolation exercise initially, where you just work your way up that line, it's in 3 shots simultaneously, 3 shots on the trot, before then executing the fuller swing on the final shot. So handle forward, keep it forward, and again handle forward, maintaining that position through the hidden area. So we've now got handle forward, much more at impact, and we've got a right heel that's angling inwards more, rolling and banking inwards as we see with the better players. If we now look at you, this is you hitting a normal shot towards the end of your lesson, and like I said, we've just spent sort of maybe 40-45 minutes making little swings. Pull forward, handle forward. You can see now straight away the length of your backswing has changed dramatically to where it was at the start of your session. Somewhere in between those two will be ideal, but that's changed dramatically. And then the impact position was just chalk and cheese. See, right heel flipping upwards and outwards, handle overtaking, or club head overtaking the hands, weight staying forward, shaft leaning superb coming into it, right foot banking in. And then we just play these 2 swings through impact, bottom left and bottom right. Look at the difference there through the ball. That's so much better, it's a joke. And like I said, just isolate that movement, become familiar with that movement, and you're going to see a dramatic difference in the type of shots that you hit when you're out on the golf course. Much more solid looking action at the end of your session, and you can see in the middle there the really emphasised drill to give you the feel that you're looking for. Good luck with it, and I look forward to working with you upon your return. Well done.